Alright, we're back for round 4. It was actually round 5, but round 4 bugged out, so we're going to have to play another one, so we'll call it round 4. Got a mulligan this one, unfortunately. Take a look at our 6. That's keepable. Get a scry. Basically just looking for a Coco. Might keep just like any spell, though. Hellish Visionary. Yeah, we'll keep that one. So, the odds of me needing to Reflector Mage on 3 are kind of low. So I could just lead with, like, Heath Delta. I'll still lead with Wilds. I'll just take a turn off next turn. Basically just draw the Visionary, next turn go crack crack, and then I'll have perfect mana with these. So I guess we'll get black, white, and then maybe black, blue, and then green, white, and then blue, white. Maybe black, white. Ah, no. Transgress the mind. Alright, well, luckily he doesn't get to take Visionary, so... And he's not taking, like, a Coco. That would be a little more devastating. Alright. Take one of the 2 Reflector Mages, bro. There we go. Just in case we end up needing double black, I'm gonna get that just in case. I guess we can get like a blue black and a blue white, so we don't need to get an island. We could just get forest. Yeah, I don't know. Don't think it matters all that much now. We are flooded. 5 mana flooded. I'll start whooping on him real quick with a Visionary. Haven't drawn Eiley too much. I think I like playing a second Eiley. I think that's the thing I'm going to try to get into my deck first. Just going to assume that one of my creatures is about to die. Maybe both. Could just cast Reflector Mage to get a little more pressure into play, but I'm assuming that I'm going to need all of my creatures to do something relevant to actually win. Plus, if he's playing Grixis, then Cletus is a huge concern. Always need to be able to get it out of play when we can. Okay. See, this is... It's not bad, but it's not good. Guess we'll just get a blue-black, so we have double black, double blue, double green. I'm just going to hold on to the Reflector Mage for now. We could burn a rally just to draw a card, but that seems pretty bad. Just keep thinning. Just keep thinning. Guess he's about to dig. We are probably not going to win this game. A dedicated control deck with like actual counter spells and sweepers is pretty tough for Rally to beat, especially game 1. I mean, game 2 might even be harder because then they get stuff like Radiant Flames, and they could go Cletus Radiant Flames without us having much in the way of protection. But if he ever gets to cast a Dig Through Time with us having an empty board, that is usually it's just going to steamroll out of control. Alright, I guess we'll Reflector Mage that. Maybe we'll just Coco. Coco while we can, and then maybe Sidisi's Faithful if we don't hit a Reflector Mage. Oh, he doesn't have main deck to spell. That'd be gross. Alright, so we can go Sifter, Husk, and now our rally's actually live, which is nice. Like live. And I suppose I'll just sack the Faithful to itself, get a Scry, get his Jace out of play, and, that's actually not that bad. It's not great either. It's unlikely that it's ever going to get the flip. So I think we just want something with a really good come to play effect. Or like another Coco or another Rally in case he has a counterspell. So if he goes Kalidas on turn 7 and hasn't played a land yet, it's possible I'm just going to sacrifice my Husk. Or sacrifice like everything to Husk. Just because if he's going to go Kalidas, he might go Radiant Flames, and we just want to make sure he doesn't get like any zombies. Maybe he's just going to cast Jace. I don't think he knows about the rally. I guess he could just go Grasp of Darkness. So maybe we just sack the Catacomb Sifter. If we sack both, it makes our rally really good later. It's a little awkward to do this, not gonna lie. But I do want my rally to be as good as possible. Could have even got an extra Scry, I suppose. But also, if he has Disdainful Stroke, that's also bad. But probably gonna grass this. Gonna give him a zombie. Then might get to rally next turn and do some cool stuff. Maybe not. Let's see. So we have Husk, Sifter, Faithful, Visionary, Cutthroat. So I guess we just go for rally now. Still want to get his Jace out of play if we can. Get to draw a card off of the Visionary. Scry with the Sifter. Assuming it resolves. It might not resolve. I'm not sure how many like negate slash dispel or whatever this deck plays. Clash of Wills. Yeah. Okay. Nope. Okay. You win. I mean, maybe not win-win, but you're in pretty good shape, buddy. I suppose I could have waited till his turn, but I didn't really want his Jace to flip. Could have waited till his end step maybe so he couldn't languish. But I don't know. Kalidas, who beat us? He does beat us. Pretty bad. We just wait now? Could have done it and played around another clash since he only could have done it for 3. We want to wait at least until end of turn, I think, so that he can't languish. Guess we can block with the Scion, even from gaining life. Since now the extra mana is not going to help us from Clash of Wills. Going for the dig. Maybe in response to this, we cast Rally. And we can sacrifice the token from the Catacomb Sifter. Okay, he just has another hard counter. Okay, you win. So, a lot of counter spells from him. Kalitas also problematic. I think there's a matchup where we want Duress and Dispel, but maybe not Murderous Cut. Faithful is kind of embarrassing since we usually have to give him a zombie to bounce Kalitas. Harrowspecs is good. Can draw us a bunch of cards if he plays a sweeper effect. Let's see. Alright. Not really sure how to board in this matchup. I know I say that every matchup. That's because I am a novice. A novice with the rallies. I kind of want to bring all this in. I guess I don't really want to board out Sifter. I feel like having a creature like Sifter can put some pressure on him. It's possible I do just want Cut over Duress, but again, we have to start boarding out creatures at that point. Could just run back the no rally gambit. See how that works. Maybe cut a Cutthroat if we're cutting the rallies. YOLO. See if this works. I feel like cutting rally is probably a huge mistake, but between him having just a ton of counter spells and Kalitas and probably discard stuff, it's probably going to be kind of hard to set it up, and I think I just want to try to get him with anemic beats. At the very least, I'm learning whether or not I should ever do this, because a lot of people are probably going to tell me that I should not do it. Yeah. Again, Rally Novice, apologies if I'm ruining your favorite archetype, but if your favorite archetype is Rally, I have no sympathy for you. And you should not have any for me. Let's, I don't know. Guess we could talk about the deck some more. This version in particular, nothing too special about it. I feel like we have way too much in the way of like Dispel and Duress. 7 of those kind of cards just feels like way too many. And mostly just because I have no idea what to sideboard out in a lot of those situations. Like, I think siding out Cutthroat should happen a little more often than what I do. Just making sure it didn't start. If I'm siding out Rally ever, I think siding out Cutthroat is important. So maybe I should just, if I'm gonna do it, maybe I should go all the way with it. Alright, this hand is medium. It's about the only way to describe it. It is a flat medium, but we have all our colors. We've got a Jaceruski, who may survive, you never know. Yeah, this Grixis deck does not seem like it is a great matchup for us. He has some counterspells main deck, which are kind of tough to beat alongside stuff like Languish. We don't have a lot of ways to just put pressure on him. He doesn't have to commit too much to the board. You can usually, you know, pick off a few early creatures and then hold up a counterspell. Man, I really wish OBS had a pause function. This is not great. Dead air is the worst. I'm usually pretty good at talking too, but even I run out of stuff to say eventually, especially on a deck like this where it's just been around for ages. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. Probably want to use the Dispel to counter his counter that's targeting my like collect a company, but we can also use it to counter a removal spell on something like our Nantuka Husk in a turn. If we get to untap with Jace, I may use Dispel strictly as a way to protect it, and I may even take a turn off from casting Nantuka Husk, but he's fetching out Mountain. Looks like Impulse is going to take it down. Transgress, take Husk, GG. That's it. Yeah, this matchup feels horrid. What are you gonna do? I've been on that side of the field before, the control player versus rally, and I know how terrifying it can be when your opponent starts to get a lot of momentum with stuff like Elvish Visionary, and you know maybe they have a discard spell of their own or some such. You know, and they just hit really well off their like collected companies. All right, well, it's not great. Definitely wanted like one of our first two creatures to survive. Reflector Mage, a little awkward here. I think I'm just gonna get another blue land. Could get the basic island, but I don't know. Maybe leaving dual lands in our deck for later fetches is important. Can't be that important though. Now normally I would like to Reflector Mage a Kalitas when, you know, we have a board presence, and again this is kind of the downside of this version of the deck that we have concocted, is that, you know, we can just get punished pretty hard by having like anemic beatdown draws where if he just plays a Cletus, we have to just continually get it off the field and hope that he doesn't get any zombies off of it, basically. Languish? Jace. Alright. I think I actually have to let that flip, dispel whatever he targets, maybe? Or maybe I just have to go Reflector Mage Sifter. Alright. I think I just have to save it for Kalitas. He may even have like Dispel back up to go land into Kalitas, flip Jace, fire Impulse, Dispel. That whole sequence would not be good for us. That resolves. Okay, well, I suppose that's fine. Well, I think I still just gotta get this off the table. Just keep attacking. Get to deal him a few points here. He's gonna go block flip, more than likely. Oh, okay. It's weird. Guess he wanted to see one more card before he flipped. Might get hit with a Languish or a Radiant Flames or something. not a lot we can do about sweepers of that nature. Maybe that is one very good reason to keep all the rallies in our deck. Although, even having a rally at this point wouldn't do much. Ruinous Path targeting that. Okay. Okie doke. So we can hit Jace for 4. Or we can attack him for 4. And he's at 8, so we're just going to go for the ghost. Yep. Yep. Play this Coco. Get these 2 things. Draw this card. Murder's Coat and Dispel. See, everything's great. Deck's great. I'm great. He's dead. Tight. Didn't even need the Dispel. So, what do we do? Do we stay the course? Does not seem wise. Maybe we just don't want Cutthroats because of how weak they are early, and he has the potential to gain a bunch of life, and it gets shut down by Kalitas. And we could just be like a 3 rally deck, but again, we're going down to like 22 creatures for our Rally the Ancestors. And that does not feel very good. But, or sorry, for our collected companies, not rallies. It does not feel good, but we're going to run it. This can't be right. We cannot... I cannot imagine that this is correct. I feel like maybe 2 rallies and... No, 3 rally, 3 Cutthroat. The cut was very good there, though, so maybe maybe I'm just wrong. But I was dead to, like, any sweeper effect there. Just any one of them. I don't know. This deck is really tough to sideboard with. You just have to keep this weird balance of a high number of creatures for Collect a Company. You have to have these utility spells like the spell to keep your opponents honest. Alright, 25. We could... I feel like the cuts... At least 2 cuts. I think cut is actually just good. Something weird like that. Maybe you just want 3 to spell, not 4. You know, whatever. Try something new. Alright, this hand's pretty good. I'm digging it. Go black-green into blue-white. Oh no, we're gonna get stifled. No Jace, that's good news. I don't think we're gonna need to Reflector Mage next turn, but... I guess we could go black-white into green-white or blue-white next turn. So we actually have the option. Maybe that's bad, though. It's going to give us access to 3 white, where we could have access to 2 green instead. And the odds of me casting Reflector Mage next turn are pretty low. Yeah, that was probably bad. So just got green, stayed the course, YOLO, etc. Green white, played the Sifter. I don't think it's going to get countered. It is rather annoying, though. I will say that. Kalidas, who beat us? Now we could just try to resolve Coco while he's tapped out, but things can go horribly wrong, so we will just bounce it. Bounce it! Comes a sweep? No? That's okay. I think I'm going to go Harespec's Visionary, because he can't go Cletus Sweeper next turn. Guess we'll get a blue-black. Now, if he just casts a Sweeper, we get to draw some cards. He has to go kill Harespec's and then cast a Sweeper. If he just goes Cletus, kill something, make a guy, it's not good for us, but we can handle it. Gonna assume that he's gonna kill Harespec's EOT and then go Cletus, but he could just go Cletus and Grasp of Darkness or Fire Impulse or something. But that is going to give us a window to resolve Coco. We could even go Coco and Reflector Mage thanks to the Scion. Okie doke. So we have a forest left, so I guess we'll pop that. Blue-white colorless, so we want to leave open these two. Ooh, so we can go Reflector Mage Husk, or maybe, yeah, I guess we'll get Husk. Too late now. We can also pop off this zombie and then hit him for 3. And now, even if he has a sweeper, he has to have a sweeper and a counter spell. So we can pump our Husk, unless it's Crux of Fate. We can protect from Radiant Flames and, oh wow, going to 3? Are you just dead? If it's just Radiant Flames, he's dead. Tight. Alrighty. Bang. Dead. That was cool. That was a weird game, but we got to see a lot of interesting stuff, and the bringing back the rallies obviously helped. My big idiot. Yeah, it was a fun game. But yeah, I guess that'll be it. We're going to play one more match. It's just going to be a 2-man though, since one of our matches bugged out, but we'll be right back for that.